Hi, I'm Jeff Bermudez.
And I'm Omar Kadri.
Welcome to The Collective Journey.
Join us as we explore some of the most promising talents, thought leaders, and change influencers in our city and beyond.
As we uncover these hidden gems, I hope you'll find that they're people just like you and I, with hopes and dreams and gifts that they would like to show to the world.
It is our mission to share their work, to share their story, and to appreciate what our community is capable of producing.
This is my adventure.
This is your adventure.
This is our collective journey. Today on The Collective Journey, we take a look at what it takes to actually follow your dreams. At some point in time, some of us had questioned these dreams and gone with something safer. We speak to Pein, who has been promoting his own clothing and lifestyle brand. He too has felt that same doubt that so many of us struggle with, that holds us back from what we really want. Along the way, our guest has learned to own his passions, not just for clothing, but for cars, fitness, and music as well. I'd like to welcome you all and listen as Kevin and I talk about his many interests, as well as his path leading up to this point. This is our collective journey, and this is Pein.
Back in like high school and stuff, or even like elementary school, I wasn't really like that sports person. Like all my other guys, they play like basketball, volleyball, and stuff like that. They're really like active and stuff, right? I'd be like the guy in the back, just kind of like shoot around, like think I could shoot and stuff. But like it wasn't for me, right?
Yeah.
But like I don't mind like shooting around, like playing like mini games and stuff. But I wasn't really like that active person. But I don't know. I think it's just like something which is about like with like lifting weights or bodybuilding, just like is. I felt like I just like it was like my own world. It's like I know like basketball, volleyball, you have to like have a team and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty selfish person. Like, I want to do this by myself. I was like, I want to do this on my own. So, yeah, I've never really been like that athletic.
How'd you get into cars? Did it kind of develop when you kind of had your own crew around like the bodybuilding scene?
I don't know. Like, I just like when I just grew up, I just love cars. And then, like, I'm more of like an artsy like design person. So like, having a car is like another way of like expressing like how you are and like your ideas, right?
Yeah.
So like you can have like a basic car, and then you can add all these things to it. You can do whatever you want, all the mods and stuff. But at the end of the day, like that's your car. This is like what you done to it, and this is like what you accomplished, right? I don't know, just driving a car, just like fast, loud, looks nice. It was like a big goal. Like it's like, hey, like I have a nice car. This is like I made it on my own. I don't know. I always liked cars. Took my old car to the track. It was pretty fun. My old car was a 92 Honda Prelude.
Yeah.
Thing freaking hauled ass. But I was last in my category. Spun out course, but it was a learning experience, but it was fun. But nothing on the public streets like that though.
Yo, it's the Asian stereotype. Like the old beat up Honda with like a
Honda Civic.
with like all the upgrades.
This is how it works. This is like if you're like the rich Asians, you have either the BMWs, the Lexus, Mercedes, and stuff like that.
Those guys don't race though. It's all
No,
for
they
show.
They don't race. They're just all
Yeah.
for show, right? Like Hondas is just like the people who are like getting to like the car scene, and now since Subarus are taking over, Subaru's been like very popular like lately. So that's why I kind of got a Subaru, like switched from a Honda to a Subaru, because it's good, like good fun cars, fast, all-wheel drive, so you can drive it in winter time. But nowadays, like everyone just like buying Subarus, they have no idea like how it is. Like, cause Subarus, like it's different from a Honda, right?
Yeah.
Because they have like a turboed car. If you don't treat it right, people blow it up. So like a lot of Subarus, like you hear them like they're like, oh, my car just blew up and stuff like that. My engine blew. Everyone's selling an engine, like just back and forth. Like, yo, you guys are stupid. Like, just learn how to take care of your car than just buying a car and drive it, right? So a lot of people saying like Subarus are like the next Honda. So you see Subarus everywhere more than like Honda Civics now.
So are you into that car scene? How deep are you into it?
Not well. I don't know. Just like I'm with these guys called Street Stars.
Yeah.
So they're a little group that like my buddies made. I'm with them. They do like one of the biggest like car shows in like London. So like I think last month or two we had like about 300-400 cars on Exeter. So people like driving from like Toronto and stuff and like just like meeting up there. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. I want to say like I'm in like the car scene, but just kind of like doing my thing, but at the same time supporting like Street Stars.
All right, well, let's talk about L9K.
Yo,
Did I say it right?
L9K, yeah.
L9K.
Yo, everyone gets confused. Like, yo, LK9, LK9, those L9K, get it right.
No,
Just kidding.
L9K. Because, like, level 9,000, that's how I think about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, can you explain what is L9K? So if people, like, type L9K.com,
Mm-hmm.
what are you getting? What are you getting into?
Okay, so like the whole like backstory, like how it started is like, I just got I just kind of like got into like electric dance music, and you see all like the DJs, they just go around, they should like do concerts, they have fun, and it was like they're living their life, right? They're just enjoying, they're having like parties and fun and stuff. Of course, the young guys like, yo, let's go party and stuff like that, right? So like, I bought like a little mix deck, and me and my buddies were just playing around with it. I was like, yo, let's go, like we were just like having fun. Like imagine if this was us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yo, we gotta take it to the next level, you know what I mean? Like, yo, over level 9,000. I was like, yeah, you're right, over level 9,000. And it's just like, instead of like level 9,000, we just take it L9K, so like 9K for 9,000, right?
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of got the just L9K, because, you know, over level 9,000. So pretty much essentially what it is just like, whatever you do in life, or whatever you're passionate about, you know, just take it to the next level. It's like, remember, there's always you can always reach your one like stage of success, but there's always more after that. So you can't just like, you know, be like, okay, I made it here and that's it. Because some people just plateau. You gotta take it to the next level. So that's where I've kind of like lived by in my motto. So
It's almost like a brand now. It's a brand, actually. It's not almost. It is a brand.
pretty much it's starting like a self brand, right? So
Yeah.
essentially like I want to like promote like kind of like what we're doing right now, just promote like entrepreneurs, like making clothes and like fashion. Like, because when I was younger, my brothers had a couple of buddies that made like a screen printing shop. I was like 15 years old. I was like, hey man, can you make me a couple of shirts? Like, I'm gonna sell it to my buddies right now. And they're like looking at me crazy, like, yo, you're only like 15. Like, what the heck do you mean? Like, I don't know. I just love the process of it, right?
Yeah.
Then of course going to high school, it, like you lead to like different courses and stuff. Like, oh, you should be like a doctor and stuff, which I never took a chance. And like now I'm just kind of like realizing we live in this new era where people are actually like doing the stuff that they love now, right?
Yeah.
And then now it just, you have to, you know, trust the process, and then go from there. So that's what I'm trying to do right now, just trying to get my shit together. I actually have a order made for some shirts in already, so that should be in the next week or two. And after that, just hopefully snowball from there.
All right. Oh, well, I'm definitely gonna buy some when next chance I get.
Hell yeah, I think it should come in the next week or two. So
All right,
I think it's
sick.
just a small batch for now, just to see how it goes, and then fix it from there, and then gonna order another batch.
What do you have for sale right now?
Huh?
What do you have for sale?
For sale right now,
Yeah.
like nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Yeah, I had like a batch like 2 years ago. There's a brand called Live Fit. I don't know if you heard about them or not.
I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, I followed them for like a long time. They motivated me, right? So I've met the owner. He's actually Cambodian too. He was in Toronto for like a pro show or like a convention, and I was like, you know what? Like it motivated me. So I made my batch of shirts. I made about like 50 shirts, sold it to my friends, and then gotta get back in and hopefully just kind of keep going from there, right? So as of right now, I don't have anything left. I want to be like an urban like fashion like brand, like there's like people that like want to wear just to like kind of like motivate themselves, you know what I mean? It's like I wear this shirt, like I want to be successful, right?
Yeah.
So that's why like that's kind of like clothes I want to like lean towards, like just like a message, right? So not just like a brand, it's just like a name, whatever, right? But like actually like it has a meaning to it there.
Now that you mention that, I think of 10 Trees.
10 Trees is pretty good.
That's what that reminds me of, like a positive message behind it.
And 10 Trees was on Dragon Shark too.
Dragon's Den?
Dragon's Den, yeah.
Shark Tank.
Shark Tank, one of those two shows, but
both maybe.
maybe both. But they've been, yeah, like they have a good message, so that's why they're so successful, right? So 10 Trees is really good.
I think it's a sick idea. What's your main marketing method right now?
Just trying to build up social media, because like that's how it is nowadays, right? Instagram, YouTube, like Snapchat, Facebook, like everything that's you see nowadays is just go on the internet pretty much, right?
Yeah, you see making notes, because that's what we're gonna do. Because we're trying to create our own brand too.
Yeah.
And like I think about it all the time. I'm like,
and like how sick does it feel? Because like that's like like what you're doing, right?
yeah.
Like you feel like, yo, this is what we're doing. Like you feel good about yourself. You know what I mean?
So you've defined like what the message of your brand is and who you are. Do you have a target market, or is it pretty loose Let me refine it.
No, I get your dream. Like
Yeah.
who, like I want the message for, right?
Yeah.
Like honestly, like the message is for everyone. Like pretty much just like create a brand that's supposed to help you like motivate like the entrepreneurs, like all the people, like the hard workers, the people who didn't think they can do it, people who drop out of, like high school or like college or university that have like no idea what they're doing, but just kind of refresh you. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, you know what? I can actually do this. People told me to do this, but instead I want to do this because this is what like they're passionate and what they love about. That's kind of like the message that I want to like put through. So like even from like whoever who's like old grandpa to like a little teenage girl or something like that, but it's to anyone. But like for the clothes, I pretty much market towards like our closer to my age, like 20s, 30s, teens. But yeah.
All right. So how long have you had L9K? How long has this been a thing?
I think the idea came like 2014.
Okay.
That's when me and my friends were just like partying in my room in my mixed deck and like, yo, L9K. I was like, yo, that's sick, L9K. And then like literally like I don't know. I have like the like spurts everywhere. I was like, yo, I want to do something about it, and then I get lazy and like, yo, I want to, because I never just think it like gonna happen, right? But
Yeah. When did you finally like double down and
I don't know, man. I think it's like just like every year, it's like it comes to like a certain point, you kind of just like reevaluate your life, whatever. Right? It's like, what am I doing in my life?
yeah.
Like, what do you want to achieve? And like, what's your goal and stuff? So it kind of like just pushed me. So it wasn't really like a certain time, but just kind of like every day, just kind of like, what do you want to do? Like, what do you want to achieve? Right? Kind of just motivating yourself. Because of course, at the end of the day, I want to be successful. I want to like have like financial freedom, do the things you want to do the things you love to do. But it just takes time and snowball. As long as you're moving the one step forward and not moving one step back.
Speaking of moving forward, where do you want this thing in 1 year? Do you have a specific plan, or is it kind of like just feel it out, see where it goes?
1 year for now, hoping to have more clothing items. Actually, one of my best friends, he works with a new company now that they apparently do like a lot of clothing for companies.
Yeah.
So he's pretty much my door into access to like what I can do now. Because before, I was just going to like a local shop. My first shirts I made, I wasn't making any money off it. I was like literally like, broke even because like I didn't want it to overcharge, but at the same time I was being overcharged for the shirt that I made, and then I just wanted to get the name out there, right? But now actually I have a connection, which I can help get out there, get more stuff in. So maybe next year, just to like have more people know like, yo, this is L9K from like London, Ontario. You hear about like Ilbeer and Goose, they're doing like really good right now. There's another like company from London that kind of like opening up. It's called like Chase and Hunter. It's like a Western University brand. I don't know if you heard about them, but they're getting pretty big. So hopefully next year I could kind of compete to like where they're at like locally, and hopefully expand from there.
All right, we'll definitely take your side. Speaking of which, can you talk about your style? Can you describe it? Like what is the style? Like who fits the bill? I know you want it to be as inclusive as possible, but what are you going for with this style?
Like casual or urban streetwear, I guess you could kind of say.
Yeah.
Kind of like sleek looking, but like urban style.
Who do you turn to for advice, or not even advice, maybe not even in person? Do you have any resources like online?
Kind of like my influencers.
Yeah.
Well, just like Live Fit, for example, like how he like brands himself. Like just watching like some of his YouTube videos and stuff, just like how he runs. Like he actually like takes you to like his warehouse and he shows you like all the process and stuff. So it's kind of like envisioning myself like that could be me in the future. There's another guy on YouTube called Christian Guzman. I don't know if you heard of him, but he runs like Alpha Elite too. So like he does like very like detailed like inside scoop about like how like his business is run too.
Yeah.
So like I learned a lot from there, and like a lot of YouTubers that are already out there, they're making a brand for themselves, and then I just learn from them too. So
You were talking about like getting into this whole thing because, you'd see like DJs partying and stuff,
Yeah.
all these fans following them. What are you into in terms of music? Like what do you like playing, for example?
It's pretty different. Like I really like hip hop and rap,
Hip hop and rap.
R&B. Like when I'm like cruising, like driving my car, I always like blast out some like hip hop, R&B, slow jams, The Weeknd, and some Drake, but like in the gym, like I play some like hardcore, like dubstep, EDM like music, and I just like, cause it just makes me pumped up, right? But pretty much everything other than country.
Who are your favorite DJs? Can you name like 3 of them, for example?
There's one guy, Mac J. Oh, Mac J, like he has like a really good story. Like he lived out of his car for a bit, decided to move to LA to do like a music school, just to pursue like in DJ and stuff, and then of course a couple years later, just like how he is right now, right? So he's pretty successful there. Mac J, Martin Garrix, I don't know if you heard of Animals. He's like a very people make fun of his song because it's like his banger that he made out that actually like got him to like in the industry. So he was like in the crowd like maybe like 5-6 years ago, and I remember I was watching like his one clip of the film, and like in the crowd, it's like I'm gonna be on that stage one day, and then like he like 3 years later he was playing this like headlining that stage, and I was like, look, I made it.
Wow.
I was like, that's crazy.
So you got like a good amount of tattoos there.
Yeah, that's all right.
Just your arm. Where else do you got? Where else do you have it?
Just arms for now.
You got like
Might extend it later, but for now this will do.
nice long quote in the forearm.
Yeah.
The arm itself.
So those was my first tattoo because I just really wanted a tattoo, and it was like a quote that like I really like stood by too.
Yeah.
I do get made fun of it sometimes because yo, why you got a freaking book on your arm? But so pretty much what it says is real family does not come from your blood. It is the people standing beside you when no one else is. I love my parents. I love I love my family, of course. But like, when times are tough, sometimes your family can't just be there, right?
Yeah.
So that's why you got like when your friends are there, someone you could turn out to, like it's a different situation when you go to like your family or like your parents or your brother, right? Whoever's like stay close to me, of course, I give them the much respect and stuff, right? It's mutual, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I don't know, I like that quote. It's just like it means a lot there to me. And then I got this one. It's flowers. I just love flowers. But it's 2 roses and a lily. So I just say like the 2 roses is like in my parents, and I'm like the lily.
Yeah.
So and then got a tiger because it's my spirit animal. Plus I like the design too. And then I got the Angkor Wat, which is where I'm back home, right? The ancient temple. So, but yeah, that's it so far. We might add in some more later. I might do my hand or something.
Other arm?
I don't know. I might keep it because like when I go to the gym when I'm flexing like this one, you can't see definition no more.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So it's like I'm trying to like flex my tricep. You can't even see. I was like, you know what? I might just leave this empty. I kind of want to do this chest.
Yeah.
And like blend in, and maybe that's it. But I don't know what to get.
What was the biggest obstacle that you had to overcome in launching L9K?
I think it's just self-motivation pretty much, because like back in high school, that's your time where teachers expect you, you know what, you have to take these courses if you want to become like a doctor, or take this course in university or college. You should do these kind of like certain careers, which some people don't want to do, right? So people like me, like I never wanted to be like a doctor or a teacher, things like that. So I was never like motivated in that sort of sense there, right? Because I always wanted to do something different. Then like high school, just like once I finished high school, like I applied for college. I did architect. I can't remember, like graphic design or something like that. And then like right when I was like trying to like get everything else sorted out and stuff, I was like, you know what, this is not for me because like I wasn't mentally taught, right? Because like this is not what I actually wanted to do, right? So just kind of like the self motivation, just like you kind of figure out like what do you actually want to do and like how you're going to do it, like what's your craft, like how you're going to perfect your craft, and like how you're going to make a career out of it, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard just to kind of like tell yourself like one of my buddies, for example, like he went to school for becoming like a doctor and stuff, right? Because like this kind of what like his parents wanted.
Yeah.
But this guy, he's a mad artist. Like he's a crazy artist, like unbelievable. Like I would pay like $100, a couple hundred for his artwork, and then he actually dropped out for school because he wanted to pursue like his art. Like just imagine if he did that from the beginning, like how far he would be like in this career, right, in his art. And then like you hear like people like, yeah, like I'm paying like $30,000 to school debt, but I'm not even happy with it. I want to do this instead. Like I'm changing my course because this and that. I was like, you should just follow your heart from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
That's why kind of like in society is like, oh, they expect you to go to school. People say, school is a waste of money, which is and is not. Depends on what you want to do, right? So just kind of like telling yourself what you want to do, like how you're going to do it, like motivate yourself, and like because you're not going to go if you're trying to be a rapper, if you're not going to go school for that, it's like you kind of like find your own sources, right? So
how's your buddy doing now, like the guy that does art?
So I haven't really like spoken to him like lately.
No.
But I just like spoke to his mom. I was like, yeah, he's been like really focused, like in his room, like that's where like his studio is, right? He's trying to connect and like network with people or who can like buy his art and stuff and like create like a portfolio for him and stuff, right? So for me, like it sounds like he's on like the right track, like on the right track. He's not really like a social person. He's not really like internet or like Facebook or Instagram type of people. He's just more like just real by himself or doing work. So, but it seems like he's pretty good. So
That's good.
yeah.
We should give him a shout out. You know.
Yeah, I know. You can plug him if you want.
Huh?
You can plug. What's his name?
Yo, shout out to DJ if you hear this. Yo, I shouted you up because you're my motivation back in the days, man.
DJ.
So,
Is that his name?
DJ.
Does he have like a Instagram where we can see his stuff?
No, he doesn't have like Facebook or Instagram. He's just straight raw. So like for like I know that he can be big, but he just needs to get out there more.
Well, it's very hard to imagine that like someone like you would like lack motivation. Like,
I can sometimes.
what's that like? Are you like a homebody sometimes? You like sit down and like couch potato mode or
I
video
am.
games? Like,
I'm pretty bad for that, man. Because sometimes I just like I work and I go to the gym and then like other than that I don't want to do anything else, right? Because
Yeah.
like I'm tired, I'm exhausted. So sometimes I just like lay in my bed, go on my phone, or watch like random YouTube videos for like hours. And sometimes I hate myself, like man, like I should be a little bit more productive and stuff. But if I'm not, then like trying to think of like ideas what I can do in the future, or yeah, because sometimes I can just watch TV, have a beer, relax, just chill there, right? I'm notorious for that, but trying to like change like small ways and stuff, right? So this way you can always like grow and proceed forward and not just kind of have yourself stuck in one spot.
yeah.
But
I think I feel this, but do you ever feel, or in the past, have you ever felt guilty? Like, you know how some people it's almost like they have their path that they know what they're gonna do.
no, honestly, I like all the time because like that's how like it's portrayed, right? When we grow up, like, okay, once you finish school, you're gonna have a nice car, nice family, have a nice job, make this much amount of money. And of course, like, yeah, I'm still at home living that like work, still living with my parents, working a 9-to-5 job, whatever. And then I see like my friends like buying houses, getting married, and having kids and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's like if they're really happy with what they do and like if they found their path, that's good for them. But at the same time, you're your own person, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's like journey and path has a whole different story, right? As long as you're on the right track and like on the right path or for yourself, that's all that matters. So like I know like some people like, yeah, I got a house, I got a car, but I work, I hate my job and stuff like that. Who knows like the whole backstory, right? Some people may like they look like they're doing good,
Yeah.
but what's the backstory? Like, well, if they're actually like not happy and stuff, right? So
You got like a whole lifestyle brand, and you obviously go to the gym a lot, right?
yeah,
It
not enough.
not enough.
Honestly, like I like when I go to work, it's like that's the only thing I look forward to. Like I look forward to the gym because like it's like my peace zone. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just like I have like an hour, 2 hours just to myself and just to go crazy.
Well, I think it's a lot of work because like you can hit the
It is a lot of
weights in
work.
the gym all the time, and like you might not see results as well as you see on your own. Like,
Yeah.
well, what habits do you have that you find are so helpful to maintaining like not just the physique, but also like a good mindset and just overall being in a good headspace?
I don't know, because I always like just try to like tell myself like I want to get like bigger, I want to get nicer, I want to get lean out, like I want to get that sexy body, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was always like in the back of my head, like if I'm not doing anything, I'm not gonna get there, you know what I mean? So even like on the days when I'm like watching like random YouTube videos, I always watch like bodybuilders and their workout and like their diets and stuff there, right? So like for like the past 4 or 5 years, I've been like just eat what my mom makes at home, eat whatever I cook and stuff. But now since Vel's coming up in like 4 weeks, I'm trying to like strict diet, water, veggies, protein. I'm trying to get more shredded. So like, of course, doing something different, you'll see results, right? But it's just kind of like changing things up, see what works, see what doesn't. Because in the picture, you have like your end goal, right? So that's
Yeah.
how you're trying to get there. So I just tell myself I'm gonna get that body, so I gotta change things up.
All right, sounds good. Like any other habits that you have? Do you read books? Do you meditate? Like, do anything crazy like that?
I try to read books because everyone's like, yo, read a book a day, you'd be like, you're so knowledgeable and stuff. Honestly, like books is just not for me at all. Like, I'll
Yeah.
look at some magazines and stuff, but that's about it. But like I actually like read a book within a day. I was like, I felt good, but at the same time, just like, okay, I don't know, just. I know some people are different. Like I try like doing like audiobooks and stuff too. Like I actually like try to, because everyone like all the entrepreneurs and business people, like, read books every day. You get more knowledgeable and stuff. I go crazy. Like I'm putting it down. But other than that, just just kind of network, going out talking to people and helping you out, see where that can benefit you, right?
Yeah, cool. Well, you seem like a positive guy. Is there anything that you do in terms of shaping your mindset, or is it just like a gift, do you think?
We're just more like at the end of the day, like I want like everyone to be happy and like
Yeah.
be successful, and like I want like, even though like my brand is like, you know, like for like lifestyle, like, passion, whatever, entrepreneurs and stuff, right? Just kind of like helping you, like guide you, like this is what you should do. Like if you want to do that, do that. You know what I mean?
Do you have any regrets in life?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't know. Maybe just like regret like not starting what I want to do earlier.
Okay.
Cause like I don't know, I had no idea. I was like lost. I was like, what do I do in life, right? But other than that, like, cause when I told you, like when I was little, like I had like my brother's friends like making shirts for me when I was like 15. Like imagine if I just continued that path and actually like continue to grow and like start from there. Like I probably wouldn't be here right now. You know what I mean? Like for me, like to make shirts and like back in like high school and then sell it to my friends, like what was I thinking?
Yeah.
And like who else is doing that? Like at 15 years, like yo, buy my shirts right now, and then now I'm pretty much like back doing it again, right? So just imagine if I did it from before, continue to like, you know, keep up with it and like growing it. Who knows where that would be, right? That's kind of like Liffit too, where Liffit, Rando, that's his name. He started out as a personal trainer. He made shirts just for himself, like to like for his clients and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he actually made a brand of it, like for Liffit. That's what we call Liffit. And then from there, it just grew, right?
That's awesome.
So of course, if you just keep at it, who knows where you'll be, right?
Let's say you could give advice to someone in your similar position at the age of 15. What will you tell them?
I will let them. I'll ask them like, what do you like to do? Like, what's your passion? Like, what makes you happy? What like drives you to do something that you love?
Yeah.
From there, kind of just say like, okay, maybe like I like cars or something, for example. I was like, okay, what do you want to do with cars? You want to build them? You want to fix them? And kind of go from there, right? And it's just like, okay, find the tools that you need. Like if you need to like, you know, learn how to do this, do that. Just as long as you keep growing on that same path of what you want to do, just do it. Like just don't stop. So that's where that should happen to me.
What?
Like just don't stop, right? But just keep growing. If you want to do it, perfect your craft. That's what everyone says. Like perfect your craft, and everything will just come into place.
How do you reassure them that as long as you keep on that path,
Yeah.
it's gonna work out for you? Just keep on it consistently.
I was just like, don't focus too much about the income, because when you focus too much on the income, your true craft is not gonna be the same. You know, it's not gonna be true what you do, right?
Yeah.
Because you're too focused about the income. Like, you know, I'm gonna make this painting. I'm gonna sell for $400. Just the mindset right there. You're just like, you're doing it for the wrong reasons, right? And it's actually crazy because people can actually see like whatever you do, like that you're doing it for the income or you're actually doing it for a passion. It's like there's one like quote I always like go by, is like trust the process and the results will follow.
Nice.
So like that's like the motto I go by. It's like just trust the process, just keep doing it, and everything will just fall into place.
This is your moment. We're gonna give you free reign. Go plug yourself, all your social media, name your brand, throw it at us.
Hey yo, what's going on? Kevin Pein in the house. So my Instagram name actually changed that. So it used to be L09KT Pein, but it was too long and complicated. So I made it nice and simple and easy. So follow me on Instagram at WhichKev. So WHICHKEV. You know, which Kevin? It was me, okay? Other than that, on my YouTube channel, you just search up the L9K. It should be like just the first channel that pops up. Twitter, I don't really use it too much, but I guess I'll put it in. You guys want to follow that too? What's my name again? At L9KT Pein. So that one's Twitter. But yeah, trying to just build up social media. Of course, you know, I'm pretty active. You can say it's nice to like interact and like meet other people on social media. And then that's how it is. You just, you know, brand yourself, market yourself, and of course, you gotta spread the positivity. So.
Thank you for joining us on this episode. If you or someone you know would like to be on the show, contact us through our social media channels. We are on Facebook and Instagram at Collective Journey. And always keep in mind, this is not just my adventure, but it's yours as well. This is our collective journey.